Bear with me 1 second. The cables have decided to get wrapped around each other. I think we're live now. I think it's worked this time. So hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, there we go. Got the black screen. Got the headphones falling off of me. And there's the Tomb Raider advert. Because of course. Alright, hello, hello. It is I, Callum. I'm back again. About an hour ago, I did some Fortnite and absolutely sucked. Yeah. Yeah. That's about it, really. But now I'm back, and I am playing Lost Odyssey now. Alright, I've got my day 2 in Supercard now, so we can close that. So, yes, we're back in Lost Odyssey now. Last played it Wednesday. We made it to disc 2. We went through the whatchamacallit? The Crimson Forest. I think it said Forbidden then. What's the Forbidden Forest from again? That's really bugging me now. Is Forbidden Forest even a thing? Oh yeah. Apparently it's a festival at Donington Park in Derbyshire. Alright then. You learn something new every day, apparently. And I just did. Right. Yes. For a second I was thinking to myself, am I just thinking of Forbidden Planet? But apparently not. Forbidden Forest is in fact a thing. So yeah. We finished Crimson Forest. We got captured again. And now we're trying to escape. But we saved. Because I'd been going for like 5 hours and I was starving. And now we're here. So yeah. And now we have a cutscene.
Whew. Yeah, this is much better. Time to relax.
You alright?
Yeah, somehow. Mac! You okay? I'm so tired, Cook.
Looks good.
Ming! Aunt Ming!
Ming!
Jensen?
Please, don't get up.
Why have you come? Oh, you're all...
You don't remember me? I'm Seth. Seth Balmore. This is Kai Marganar. We're comrades. Remember?
Comrades? What do you mean by that?
Here, let me help you.
Well. Well, they found the gear.
End of the line for you. Your Majesty, I'm terribly sorry for the trouble. It will be over. Just a moment.
Sorry, this will be over in a second. Hey, Squeaky! Don't care about the Queen's continued good health, huh?
Huh? Aunt Ming!
You!
Get out of the way! You do anything funny and the Queen gets it. Figurehead or not, she's still the Queen, Tiny. If anything happens to her, you'll be held responsible. You know better than to try anything, right? I mean, you're not stupid.
You're a real thug. You know that, Jansen?
There's an exit in the back.
Huh?
Behind us.
Jansen, keep it up and fall back. Right. Don't move. Don't move. Don't you dare move.
Come on, hurry.
You get it? Don't move from that spot.
You swine!
Oh. Oh, so we're back here. Oh yeah. Thank you for running Moo for me. Here, you can have this. Thanks again. Here, Moo, you say thanks too. 3 kilo oils. Alrighty then. Hey, stop goofing around. They're gonna catch up to us. They said the enemy is hidden among us. Blah blah blah.
I command you to
So,
This guy's annoying.
General Kukunis!
You won't get away this time, because you're all under arrest on suspicion of spying and for abducting Her Majesty the Queen. You will come along quietly.
Oh, I think I'm gonna like this.
alright. Oh. Just run her over, why not?
Check it out! Stop!
Just trying to think, ring Kime had that's affecting it, but it's a mechanical effect, so it doesn't matter what Jensen's using in terms of his spell. Go Aqua this time, why not? Go.
It's no use! Don't even think you can stop us with your feeble effort!
We're getting there. Slowly. Yep. Go.
A mere handicap. Consider yourselves lucky.
Anyway, but okay. Right. Just keep chipping away bit by bit. Let's go ground this time. Everyone's still at full health. Should be getting close. Go a wind. Right, next tank gonna need not the tank, the tank. Need one more hit. And just have everything else focusing on the cannon. There we go.
I'm not through yet! A real man dives in head first!
Oh. Alright, it was the other way around. Don't think we'll need it anyway, just in case. This might be it. No, maybe. It's a good thing we didn't defend or heal or whatever.
Our tank is too magnificent to strike, is it? Haha! Don't you realize it's no use? Huh? Why aren't we moving? Go! Move! Forward!
Why is he laughing?
What a cinch.
There we go, level 22. Mysterious perfume. Cook learned mental stability 1. Mac learned taunt. Mental stability.
Yes, all right.
Ha! You had that coming. Why don't you just go back to bed, start the day over?
Oh, what are you doing? Fire! Shoot them! Oh! How could I miss?
Now's our chance!
Come on, Nick. Hurry, come on, let's run! Hurry, hurry, hurry!
Oh!
Come back, Howard! Oh, my hand!
The stare back.
Wait.
Yeah, sorry about that thing back there.
Don't be.
Well, I didn't want to pull a stunt like that, but listen, did I hurt you? I'm sorry if I did. I didn't mean it.
It's fine. Everyone is safe now after all.
Well, you know, I should really be thanking you for helping us escape.
Well, since these children were there.
You're acting kind of weird. You gotta cry.
Shut up, you had a moment there.
Aunt Ming, are you okay?
Yes. Cook? Mac? Why are you two? Did something happen to your mother?
She's passed on.
Please don't let your spirits fall. I'll always be with you.
Thank you, Aunt Ming.
Oh, why would a big boy like you be crying, Mac?
He's going to change from here on out.
Seth. What you said earlier, that we were friends, is it true?
Yeah, but this isn't the best place to stop and talk about it. We need to get out of town.
What will you do, Your Highness? You said earlier you couldn't leave because you were the queen.
I'll go with you. It seems I must.
You come with us?
Yes.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, they're out of breath from... They're even closer now.
Hold on. We're being pursued by both Numara and Gungara. We should probably find a ride.
Ride? Where? How?
Let's go to the harbor. I've got an idea.
A composite magic tutorial. Some magic spells can be combined together to form what is known as composite magic. To cast composite magic, you must be able to use both of the spells that compose it. Pardon me. Ugh. Use the spellbook under menus to check the spells required for composite magic. Any composite magic for which you lack the required spells will not be displayed. You can only use composite magic spells for which you have the required levels... the required skill level. So... we now have Ming. But our party only goes to 5. We have a learn level 3 spirit magic then. Well, it's saying that she needs to be in the party, doesn't she? The shipyard is up ahead. That's where the latest model is being built. We should go take a look. Actually... Yep. Give me that. As soon as Max got the spirit magic, we'll give him a magic research report. We'll have a cheeky save. Okay. Oh. Zoom in. Gee. Whoa. Whoa. Way too much fun with that. Nothing over here. We're in luck. They're just starting the final adjustments, which means that they'll be fitting the engine next.
Wow, this is a serious engine.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh. Hyla.
Hey, that engine. Where'd you get it?
Oh, this. Let's see, when was that? A while back, an unbelievably huge fish washed up on shore. This was in its belly.
We checked it out and realized it could deliver incredible output, so we fixed it and installed it in the boat.
Did the repairs work?
Like a charm. That boat was built to be General Kakanis' command vessel. Installing it is all that's left to do.
I see. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
A huge fish, huh? You know, a while back,
Is there something you remember?
I really depended on it.
Depend on what? The fish or the engine?
The engine. It's from back when I was a pirate.
Huh? Seth, you were a pirate?
Yep, that's right.
Wow! Amazing! That is so cool!
Huh?
Oh yeah, I've always loved women who are pirates and swordswomen and stuff. I read books about them for like ever. It is so exciting to meet a real woman pirate. I mean, to make a long story short,
Same.
Could I? She wants to be your apprentice. Yeah. What he said. Could I? So, Seth, Mistress Seth, please let me be your apprentice.
Same. That boat's being built right now. The boat that's being built right now is the fastest in all of Umara. It's gonna make its debut soon, and you don't want to miss the launch event. Hello, fellas. Finally, that should solve the problem. Come on, don't fail me now. Mer. Finally, the engine is fixed. I just hope it works this time. The gentleman's always shouting at us to get the boat moving. Strange. He doesn't seem to be here today. I wonder why. Pardon me.
Inform General Kakanis that the engine installation
Delete.
is complete. He said to call him when we're ready for a test run.
Alright, yeah. Oh, hey, look! Someone's on board! Oh,
Hey, yourself, you little toad.
What are you doing there? Get off! Go! Get word to General
Delete.
Kakanis. Hurry!
yes, sir!
Somebody grab them!
Attention, General Kakanis. Your ship is leaving. Thank you. Ah, all right. This should be easy. Oh, wow. A lot of buttons there. Gonna need a manual. I think I'm...
Out of the way, amateur. Here goes. Starting engine.
Oh. Oh.
Cast off.
And look how great this looks. Probably should have opened the doors first. Look at that. This game's 10 years old, for crying out loud. Oh yeah. Look at this. The slant nose control tutorial. With a slant nose at hand, you're able to traverse the wide open ocean. Move the left stick in any direction to set the slant nose in motion. Move the right stick in any direction to set the camera view. Some areas, such as the shallows, ice fields, and hypercurrents, are not navigable. Navigable. Is that even a word? So it was navigatable. I don't know. Even to the slant nose. Press the right bumper to move to the slant nose's bridge. To return to sea navigation, approach the cockpit controls and confirm that you want to embark. When you approach the shores, A, land, will appear on the bottom right. Press A to exit the slant nose. To make the world map menu appear, click the right stick and move to the closest landing point. To reboard the slant nose, choose the landing point on the world map menu and press the A button. There's the map. Oh, it's just Celeste. Alright. So where are we actually heading to? Oh, there's a loading screen.
Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
I'm the only one that's without you.
Okay then, where do we start?
Have your memories come back?
Nope, it comes in fragments. Same as you. Bits and pieces.
Please tell me what you meant by saying we were comrades.
Do you have dreams?
Yes, I do. Well, what about them?
Have you ever wondered if those dreams might be fragments of your past? That there might be something turning round and round in your heart, different from the way you are now? Have you ever had a rush of feelings?
Wow, you're like saying more than one word since you've been getting your memory back. Well, you're still as fun to be with, though.
Well, have you experienced anything like what Kaim is talking about?
I'm not sure.
You know that you're called the 1,000-year-old queen, right? And your body is supposed to be immortal?
Yes, but I don't know why I'm called that. Or why my body doesn't age. I don't understand anything.
That must be why Kakanis looks down on you. You've lost your purpose.
It's just that... How should I put it? I often feel as though there's something terribly important that I'm forgetting. And it pains me. As though it may not be in my memories after all. But my heart remembers the pain. There have been many times recently when this has happened. My body wouldn't move, like it was exhausted. And then I would collapse. When I felt this vague sense of unease coming on, I would often play the harp, and that would calm my mind.
So that's what you were doing when we met?
Yes. Kakanis frequently advised me to lift the country from its isolation. At those times, he recommended nothing more than expanding our information about the outside world. But it seems that his true objective was something else.
No, this is what they call fate. See, meeting me was predestined. That means Kakanis just played a role. He was a pawn to make it happen.
Alright, that's enough.
Ow, hey!
Alright, Seth.
Ming, I felt the same as you until recently. My memories were locked up.
Your memories were locked up?
You, me, Seth, and Sarah. And one more whose name that you as queen should know. The Urin sorcerer, Gangora.
Yes, I'm aware that there is a sorcerer called Gangora, but...
The five of us were once comrades. We had a 1,000-year agreement. We came to this world to accomplish something important. For that reason, we were made immortal. We don't age. When the end of the 1,000-year agreement drew near, Gangora betrayed us. Though we couldn't die, he inflicted pain on us that was worse than death.
Pain? What kind of...
He deprived me of someone more important to me than myself. He cruelly stole her from me, and inflicted a deep wound on my heart that can never be healed.
I also had something important stolen from me. Gongora used magic energy to block my memories and seal them within me. After he wiped out our entire lives, we became like living corpses.
Then I too have had something very important stolen, and my memories locked away?
Yes.
What could possibly be so important?
Don't push yourself. Take all the time you need to remember. Oh yeah, I have something to return to you.
Return? To me?
This really saved me.
I met you before, didn't I?
Yeah, 200 years ago. I borrowed this from you back then.
I must meet with Gongora.
That's what we plan to do.
He's up to something that involves Grand Staff. We have to stop him. That has become our mission.
Guess that means our destination is Ura, right?
Hold on. If we go to Ura, we'll have to cross the ocean. In a boat like this, there's no way we'd make it.
Even with your engine set?
It's an old clunker.
Oh, it's got power to burn, but the ship itself wouldn't be able to handle the strain. It would fall apart.
Aww.
Why don't we head for Gotza? They've made the most progress with magic technology. I am the Queen of Numata. I shall request aid from the King of Gotza in the name of our countries and for the world's future.
Alright. Appear to have a flashing dot. So let's head up to it, I guess. And land. Gotza, southernmost cape.
Land at last! Dry land. No more worrying about sinking on that stupid ship. Ow! Hey, what the hell was that for?
The slant nose will never sink. Not with the captain's engine on board.
You think you're so cool now that you're a pirate? Well, I'm gonna teach you a thing or two about the pirate code.
And what code would that be?
What code? Well, that would be a secret pirate code that we would do if we had the time.
Touch my head.
Hey, Grandpa! Wow, you have Cook is such a and what a kick! Boy, she's strong. That Cook. Ha ha.
I have no idea what you just said.
Well, what I'm saying is that Cook is as cute as a button. She's just, oh, you must be proud.
You lying creep. Cook, it hurts when you get kicked, you know? But he insulted the captain. Isn't that right, Captain? Captain?
Sad.
Mm-hmm. Oh. It's time for a reading. Apparently. Because a dream has been revealed. Who is this said? O wondrous beasts, Aniera, proud descendants of the white-winged clan, you alone were my irreplaceable companion. Would it anger you to hear me call us two of a kind? Were we not, in fact, a perfect combination, you and I? bound together by a single thread, that gossamer thread we know as loneliness. Aniera, I owe my life to you. Not, of course, that you saved my life in the ordinary sense of the word. Mine is not a life that can be lost under any circumstances. It is an irrevocable burden. I will not die. I cannot die. And therefore my life was not for you to save. Oh, Aniera, what you saved, I now see, was not my life, but my heart. Back then, long, long centuries ago, I was a pirate. The only woman pirate on the open seas. Seth Balmore. That name was known to all who plied the sea. Some spoke my name in fear and trembling, while others voiced it with deepest admiration. Some even called me the Righteous Buccaneer. Not were they far wrong, I'd say. Nor were they far wrong, even. The pirate ships I commanded had rules that were clear and strict. We targeted only one kind of vessel, those opulent passenger ships the wealthy boarded for pleasure cruises. We would put a bit of a scare into the passengers, of course, maybe rustle them up a little, but killing was strictly forbidden. All we did was squeeze a few drops of treasure out of the purses of those who had more money than they knew what to do with. We traded our booty for cash with shadowy dealers, and the money we shared in the world's den of poverty. Yeah. I would cringe at being called a champion of justice, but we prided ourselves on being far more than villains. Whoop whoop! I became a pirate for one simple reason. I hated the law, and I hated even more those who flaunted the law for their own what? I'm gonna look up the pronunciation of that one. Aggrandizement? Come on. Give me the pronunciation. Aggrandizement. Aggrandize. Jesus Christ. Aggrandizement. There we go. In a word, I wanted a life of freedom. Whenever I stood at the prow of a pirate ship slicing its way through the waves, and I viewed the vast ocean stretched out beneath the clear blue sky, I felt enveloped in the joy of having taken limitless freedom in my own two hands. True, I need not traffic in the fear of death and aging known to all who count as human. And because I will neither age nor die, infinite time means for me infinite freedom. Not bad, wouldn't you say? I would spy the ships that would be our day's quarry. I was always the first to board it, springing lightly onto their deck with a shout. I am Seth Balmore. Now be good and hand over your money and valuables. Then, taking the booty we had snatched, my men and I would raise a cry of victory and leap back into our ship. I was absolutely free. Nothing stood in my way. Eternal life overflowing with freedom. Not bad, wouldn't you say? Righteous Buccaneer! What kind of fancy pants nonsense is that? How about pirate so-and-so? Of course, one always hears such jealous ravings in all walks of life, but especially so in the sluggish world of pirates. Needless to say, I knew I had many enemies. Even a child who would realize that being called a righteous buccaneer would only increase the number who hated me among such raping and pillaging brigands as pirates of the sea. But I didn't care about that. I could be stabbed with a knife or blasted with a cannon, and still I would not die. Immortal Seth, they called me. And it was literally true, not just a figure of speech. I won't get in your way, I told the other pirates, but I won't let you get in mine either. I was afraid of nothing and no one. I lived the way I wanted to live, and wouldn't or shouldn't have let anyone interfere with me. I went wrong only once, but that was all it took. In a moment of carelessness, I let them capture me. Of course, that alone was nothing for me to be afraid of. As I kept mentioning, I can never age or die. It would have done them no good to try killing me, and they knew it. The most they could do would be to rough me up a little and threaten to make it worse for me next time. They had to do something to show their men how tough they were. They couldn't just let me horn in on the pirate game and pretend it never happened. So, I said, hurry up with the torture, will you? I haven't got all day. We were in a cave on a desert island. I was in handcuffs and leg irons and surrounded by half a dozen huge men, all well-known pirate captains. One of them was holding a long, thick chain. I wonder if it's a 36-inch chain. Hardy, hardy, ha. I get sick to my stomach just looking at your sweaty faces. Come on, hurry up and beat me with the chain. Or would you rather strangle me? Whichever you choose, hurry and get it over with. The men laughed out loud. Hurry and get it over with, said the leader. Too bad for you, Seth. But its punishment is not the kind that can be hurried. I'm just sorry we can't stay with you to the end. Yeah, chimed in another man. Unlike a monster like you, we humans don't have all the time in the world. Okay, man, let's make it fast. The way the lady wants. Licking his lips, the man with the chain approached me, and two others grabbed my arms from the sides. They were not going to use the chain as an instrument of torture, but to rob me of my liberty. They chained me to a gigantic boulder in the cave. They were laughing so hard they could hardly contain themselves. Just what you need, eh, Seth? It's the end of the road for you. We can't shoot you, we can't stab you to death, so we'll just lock you up. We'll never come back to this island again. And even a half-baked pirate like you knows this place is not on any sea lanes. No fishing boats even. And right about now, your men have gone off looking for the wrong island. We're the only ones who know we brought you here. Not even our crews know where we are. Nobody's coming to save you, that's for sure. You'll be in here forever. Can't move a muscle and you can't even die. All by yourself, for the rest of eternity. With that, the men walked out of the cave, leaving me there with a single lantern. Cowards! I screamed. Don't run off like that! Don't do this to me! But the only response was the hollow echo of my own voice in the cave. The lantern the man left behind was not meant as kindness, but rather the opposite. It was a prop in their little drama. When it finally ran out of oil and went dark, it would impress on me the weight of eternal solitude. As long as the lamp kept glowing, I was filled with rage for the men. But when the oil was running low and the flame began to flicker, a deep anxiety assaulted me. Unable to move, I stared blankly at the flame. Eternity. This world has no such thing, or perhaps it should not have. Solitude. I was always alone. Or more precisely, I always ended up alone. It was my destiny. I could be surrounded by companions whose feelings matched my own perfectly. I could share the deepest love with another, but in the end, I would always have to lose them. Do you know what it feels like to see countless others succumb to death, while you yourself are on the road of endless life? Ah, but in your case, Aniera, you do have some idea. As I watched, the lamp in the cave went out. A world of darkness spread out around me, and there I was, alone. No more would I taste the sorrow of parting, but neither would I be able to taste the joy of meeting, eternally, without end, alone. I did not try shouting. People shout and scream for one reason only, because they want someone to hear them, because they believe there is someone, somewhere, who will hear their cries. I did, however, shed tears. Which is not to say I wept. There is no way that the immortal woman pirate Seth Belmore would ever break down and cry. A tiny tremor went through the darkness, that is all it was. And then I noticed, oh, tears are coming out of me. Really, that is all it was. The hours passed, or perhaps it was days. In the darkness, I lost track of the flow of time. There was something else I lost track of. If all there was left for me to do was to stay by myself, struggling against eternal solitude, incapable even of rotting away, then what was the purpose of my living in the world? Perhaps the men who trapped me here had been right, unable either to age or die. Perhaps I was some kind of monster. And why was such a monster living in this world? What was I supposed to do here? I did not know the answer to that. I would never know the answer to the end of my never-ending life. I felt frustration, sorrow, but above all, fear. Eternity was frightening to me. Solitude was frightening to me. I might have been trembling. Or, without even the energy for that, I might have been utterly drained. Whatever it was I was feeling, that is when it happened. Aniera, that is when he first appeared before me. A tiny burst of light softened the darkness, and from the light, almost before I could wonder what it was, there came a voice. Are you too, trapped in the prison of solitude? Who is that? In the light, a flash of white wings. There, with a sudden increase in size and brightness, the light seared my eyes. Accustomed to total darkness, my eyes could not stand the glare, and for an instant, they could not see anything at all. Grimacing, I clamped my eyes shut before daring to open them little by little. There before me hovered a pure white, glowing beast. Its white wings were breathtakingly beautiful. How beautiful you were, Aniera! But yours was not a florid beauty. No, it was subtly different. Your beauty wore a cloak of loneliness. I am like you, you said. And when I cocked my head to look at you with puzzlement, you continued. I have been looking for someone like you for a very long time. You spoke slowly, majestically. Oh, immortal woman pirate, you and I share a single destiny. You knew who I was. Together, let us escape from this solitude and make our way together, you said. Your eyes locked on mine. Escape from this solitude. The words continued ringing in my ears. But I did not know who you were. I could not even be sure what you were. Nor could I leap joyfully at the invitation of one I could not tell as friend or foe. Who are you? I asked. I am Aniera, of the White-Winged Clan. White-Winged Clan? I had heard the name before. The White-Winged Clan was said to be wondrous beasts that had become extinct in the distant past. I have heard that the White-Winged Clan died out long ago. I am the last of the bloodline. The only survivor? Indeed, as I said, the last. Which is why you speak of solitude? At this point, almost before I knew it, a weak, almost self-mocking smile crept over my face. I felt myself lowering my guard as I spoke to you. My chains, however, were digging even deeper into my flesh and shackling my heart as well. You used the phrase prison of solitude before. It's true, this is a prison. Being alone for eternity is a prison without bars. You nodded at these words of mine, Aniera, in silence. But then you said, I was in a prison too, until just now. I'm sure it's true, to be the only living survivor. I have spent far too long a time alone. I know what you mean. In a legend, members of the White-Winged Clan are thought to live 1,000 years, but even if you were to live on for several centuries, as sole survivor, you could never meet a female member of the Clan of the White Wing, and hope to make children with her. The clan will never rise again. The sole survivor must live out the remainder of his days alone. Pardon me. In order to conquer this unbearable loneliness, she said, I would need someone to make her way with me. Then you looked hard at me and said, Oh, pirate woman, are you not of the same mind? I nodded in agreement. But then I made a point of smiling and said as casually as I could, In other words, you're lonely. Your beautiful face softened, and you said with some embarrassment, I wonder. According to the legend as I have heard it, the clan of the White Wing are proud and love their solitude. This only increased your embarrassment, and he said, solitude has its limits. That did it. I decided to trust you then and there. Well, if that's how you feel, you should come right out and say it. I want company. Company? Alright, a companion. A companion? Exactly, so it's decided. I'll team up with you. That ended all hesitation. Just as you saw in me one to make your way together with, I put my full trust in you. Let's go wild on the high seas, I cried. Isn't that what makes our way together means? You mean that I should become a pirate? You don't like the idea? You pause for the space of one breath and chuckle softly. I have always wanted to give it a try. No wonder what the words out of your mouth, and then you leaped at me. With one bite, you cut through the thick chain that held me down. Oh, wondrous beast Eniera, proud descendants of the White-Winged clan. This is how you and I first met. In the 900 years since then, we raged over the open sea more wildly than I ever had before. When I stood at the prow of our pirate ship in search of prey, you were always there beside me. We became irreplaceable partners, friends, companions, family. The end.
Seth?
Cook,
You're crying.
I remembered some things from a long time ago.
You mean when you were a pirate? And remembering made you cry?
I've always been a pirate. I was crying because of something that happened that I regret.
Alright. Bit of backstory on there. On old Seth there. Okay. Tosca Village. South. It's a Calibon. Mountain Village, Tosca. Oh, well then. God.
Look, it's Kyle. Hey, everybody! Kyle's back!
Back?
It's good to see you again, Kyle. But you haven't changed a bit.
Time, don't tell me you're leaving already. It's been so long since your last visit. Don't go just yet. Well, we have a save point. That's always useful. Alright. What have you got to say? Ah, Kime, nice to have you here. Things haven't changed a bit around here, don't you think? Welcome, Kime. That house on the cliffside of the Northern Cape, where you and Sarah lived. It's still there, you know? You know, I have in serious trouble believing you actually lived here once before. The Black Cave was sealed off by a ghastly sorceress. She was shouting wildly the whole time. She must be a monster. I heard that Goetz' military is even coming to this village to draft new recruits. Oh. It's an end, Kime. Look, it's been a long voyage and I'm sure you're tired, so why don't we call it a day here, okay? Why not? That's fine.
I'll go speak with the king. We've never met, but I've heard he's very wise. I'm confident that he has a ship that can get us past the hypercurrents.
Wow, that hit the spot. You know, I'm finally starting to feel at home. No?
Are you even listening to me?
There's a time and place for that stuff, and this is neither. Tell me, is it really true you can't drink?
Yes.
That is so sad. But you're a queen. I mean, don't you have wine or champagne at parties or banquets, hangings? Any festive thing like that?
No.
Well, look it. Nobody knows us here. Come on, just give it a try. I guarantee you'll like it. Really. It won't kill you, I promise. In fact, I bet if you take a couple drinks, you might get your memory back. Yeah, it relaxes the mind and other things.
You think so?
Absolutely. Hey, look at me. You're talking to Jansen here. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
What? You don't like the cheap stuff?
No, it's just I've never tasted anything like it before.
You don't have to force yourself to drink it.
No, I want my memory back. If there's any chance this will help, I'll manage to drink it.
Wow, that good. Are you, okay?
Ooh, I feel very lightheaded all of a sudden. It's affecting me like you said it would. Oh, your muscles
Yeah, well-
are so...
Oh.
Oh, no. You know, you're cute when you're asleep.
Ah! What? Oh!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Well, we was having a serious discussion about, you know, what's going to happen next. And planning.
Happen next?
Yeah. You know, she's going to talk to the king and get us a ship, because yours can't float where the... You know, after all, Goats has got the most advanced technology around. We'd figure we'd get a more seaworthy ship from him. So that, you know... What?
All right. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt this time. But don't try any funny business with Ming.
Yeah, well, I'm looking out for her too, you know. I mean, look how restful she looks right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Aquara bomb? What the hell is that? A magic stone that inflicts medium water element damage on one enemy. Well then. What have we got in here? Seed. Okay. So, did we already stay the night? Guess we did. Oh, don't mind me, just gonna open your cupboards and whatnot. Cure all. What have we got in here? Another seed. And we've got a chest in the corner. What have we got in here? Slot seed. Cool, cool. I'll leave that for now, actually, because I can't remember how many Seth's got. On me.
Hey, Kime! I heard you were back.
This place takes me back. And it looks like the years have been good to you.
Knock it off. I'm a bona fide old man now.
Well, if you don't mind my saying so, you've aged
Alright, calm down,
really
Seth.
well.
Thanks, honey. Drink up. This is on the house.
Well, that is mighty nice. I don't mind if I do. Can I have that big, large mug over there?
I was only 7 when you saved the village, but I remember you as if it were yesterday. You were a hero to us kids back then.
Yeah? So, we're trying to get to Goatsa.
Ah, forget it. The only way is through the Black Cave.
heard it'd been closed off by some old sorceress.
There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll just bust our way through.
It's not that simple. Neither muscle nor magic have had any effect. Although adventurers with plenty of both have tried. My guess is that only that old sorceress can bust through the blockage. She's got some serious magic energy. Yep, she sure does.
Why don't we wait until she goes to the bathroom? Then we can, sneak by her.
Oh, it gets better. You know that place where you and Sarah lived? Well, that old sorceress has moved in.
My house?
What? You don't even have a lease agreement?
We kept the place up after you and Sarah went away, so it'd be ready if you ever came back. But I'm afraid she's made a mess of it. Sorry.
Don't trouble yourself. It saves us the hassle of having to look for her.
That's a good point.
The only thing to do with squatters is run them out.
Well, I think you'll be okay. Just be careful, Kyle.
We're off to kick some old woman's butt. That doesn't sound right.
You're not gonna go off and leave Ming like this, are you?
We'll head out there tomorrow morning.
Alright. Oh, hello. Welcome! Have a look around. Forewarned is forearmed, as they say. Alright, what do we got for us, buddy? Manly performs counterattack. Adept earrings. I'm gonna sneeze in a minute. That could be useful. Apparently I already have one. Oops. Stabilizer. That'll be useful. Eastern Spirit Band. And it was use of level 1 spirit magic. That could be useful. Killing Cutlass. Black Pole. Quarterstaff. Battle Discus. Grab that for Jensen. We'll grab and we'll grab that for each of them. Grab a few more of those. Grab some of those. Grab some of those. Grab some of those. Grab some of those. Actually, we better grab a lot more of those. Grab that for Seth. We might as well grab that. Alright. Thank you kindly. See you soon. Kitty cat. Right. Equip. Killing Cutlass. We'll keep the Animantis ring on you for now. Mac. Battle Discus. Jansen. Black Pole. Cook. Quarterstaff. Ming. Quarterstaff. And then Seth. You're literally about to learn that, so we'll leave that. So we'll give you the light lens. Keep you of that for now. We'll give you the stabilizer, and we'll give you. I'll leave you on that for now. Actually, I'm just thinking. If we buy. Right, so Khan's got one, he's learning from it. We'll then give it to Seth, she can learn from it. And then we'll give them to Cook and Mac. So we'll grab one more and give it to Jansen once he's at that point. Right, cool. Black Cave was sealed off by a ghastly sorceress. She was shouting wildly the whole time. She must be a monster. We've heard that already. What have you got to say? You can't get to go to without traversing through the cave, but if things are where they are, sealing it off was the right thing to do. We got a pot. Seed. Nothing there. We got the ladder. There was next to no point in that from the looks of things. Alright. Actually, let's head back inside. Alright. So, what's he got at the moment again? He's got a Demon Warrior ring because he's got Blade. And what have you got, Mac? He's got the Poison Ring Ultra. Let's give it a Bruiser Ring Ultra for now. And we'll leave that the way it is, actually. There's no point. Okay, I'm back. Oh hey, Kime! You're Kime, right? My grandfather told me all about you. He gave this to me as a keepsake. It's really valuable to us, but it's what you use to protect our village, right? So here, Kime, I want to return it to you. Magic powered locator at level 1. Hey, Kime, try it out now. I've hidden a treasure somewhere inside the village. See if you can find it. On me. Here's a hint. It's hidden somewhere way up high. It's yours if you can find it. Treasure that's really high up lies in Tosca. Read the treasure hunting tutorial. Using the magic powered locator, you'll be able to look for treasures hidden all over the world. But to find treasures, you must obtain the information on the whereabouts of those treasures. Once you get information on the treasure, it will appear on the treasure screen within the items menu. When you have your magic powered locator and information, there will be a glowing point on the navigation point when you enter the area in which the treasure is hidden. The treasure is hidden at the glowing point. Search for it in the nearby area. You can increase the output of the magic powered locator, enabling you to find a lot more treasure than the level 1 locator. Cool. So we'll climb up here. See what we'll do. A treasure lies in the highest place in Tosca. Oh, it's vibrating. Dark crystal staff and dark crystal ring obtained. What the hell are they? Inflicts severe wind damage, inflicts significant damage on magical enemies, occasionally causes terror. Holy crap. That's cool. Thank you for that. Wow. So what does it say now on that? Complete. Well, that was cool. nothing to say now, eh? Yep. I've been in my fair share of battles, but one day, just as I was swinging my sword at someone, I suddenly thought, man, I wish I could have been a baker. I have no idea how a sword like that came to me, but after that battle, I quit the army. I've made my living baking bread ever since. Oh yeah! Kai recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. It is time for a reading! Because a dream is being revealed. And I hit myself in the face with a bloody mic. God damn it. Alright. The hero was home from the war. He had performed gallantly on the battlefield, advanced to the rank of general, and made a triumphal entry into the village of his birth. The villagers welcomed him with a festive celebration. The grown-ups were treated to drinks beginning in the afternoon, and the children received sweet confections. The cattle and sheep in the pastures that supported the hero's livelihood, whether because they were excited by the unusual commotion or welcomed the hero, or welcoming the hero in their own way, sent especially shrill cries reverberating into the blue summer sky. The hero. General, you are the pride of our village! Obviously full of pride himself, the head of the village thrust out his chest as he delivered his congratulatory address in the welcoming ceremony. To think that the foremost hero in the army came from this tiny village is so incredibly exhilarating and gratifying. I am sure our ancestors are overjoyed as well. The throng crammed into the village square burst forth with cheers and applause. Yeah. According to the official figures released by the army the other day, General, you brought down at least 2,000 enemy soldiers with your own hand. A thunderous roar shook the square. Yeah! Yeah! Come to think of it, the population of this village is less than 1,000. This means, sir, that you managed to bury more than 2 of these villages' worth on your own. How fortunate for us that you were not one of the enemy. If by any chance there had been a warrior of your caliber on their side, we'd all be resting in the hilltop graveyard by now. A few of the women frowned momentarily at this remark, but the men, full of liquor, responded with an explosive laugh. Sitting stage center, the general lightly stroked his dignified beard. No one present knew that this was his habit whenever he was perplexed. When he left this village to join the army, he was just an ordinary soldier, a long way from growing a beard. General, you are truly the savior of our army, and indeed, of our entire nation. I understand you will be leaving for another battle tomorrow, but we all hope that you will thoroughly enjoy yourself in this rare visit to your birthplace. The village chief ended his greetings and withdrew from to the wings, whereupon the village's #1 entertainer bounded onto the stage in the most comical way he could imagine. Dear General, he cried, running over to where the great man was seated and going down on his knees. Oh, hear my plea. The general looked at him uncertainly. Is there any possibility that you could lend me the sword at your side, if only for a moment? Perplexed though he was by all this, the general, impelled by the audience's applause and cheers, handed the man his tasselled and jewel-encrusted sword. The man bowed deeply as the sword entered his outstretched hands, and again he cried, My gratitude knows no bounds! Pretending to stagger under the weight of the sword, he came to the front edge of the stage and held his weapon aloft. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will reenact the events that raised our dear general's fame to the heights in a single bound, when he hacked 18 of the enemy into little, teeny, tiny pieces. Bits, either one. Practically the same thing. The audience cheered wildly, and the man, with exaggerated movements and commentary, swung the sword in a great arc. The audience knew exactly what he was doing. The general had not only made a name for himself for his strategic prowess, but also widely acclaimed as a warrior on the battlefield. He did not rely solely on his weapons, but, in the end, leveled his opponent with a sheer physical strength. This, too, was a matter of the utmost pride for the villagers. Here we go! 1 man down, 2 men down, flip the sword back, 3 men down. 4th man slashed diagonally right through the shoulder. 5th man's head goes flying! Oof! Then 3 at once. 6th, 7th, and 8th man. What a bother! I'll just skewer you like this. The man thrust the sword through his 3 imaginary opponents, and the crowd went wild. The general, too, broke into a smile and applauded. When he was through clapping, though, he stroked his beard again. I'm sure you can understand how I felt at the time, sitting up there on that stage, the old general says to Kime before taking a sip of water from his leather pouch. His magnificent beard is completely white, so distant to the past events he is recounting. Kime nods in silence, and the general continues, as if mulling over every word. The more you know about war, the more you feel that way. I'm sure the villagers meant well. They just wanted to pay homage to their hometown hero. No, of course, they weren't being the least bit malicious. My village has the nicest people in the world, which is exactly why I found the whole thing so painful. I couldn't stand it after a while. Hacking 18 men to bits. The deeds of a hero are related in numbers. Surely the man who playfully swung the general's sword on stage that day could never have imagined the ones who lost their lives on the battlefield. The agonized expressions on their faces, the curses in their eyes as they stared into nothingness. But that's alright too. People who live peaceful lives don't have to know about such things. That's what people like us are for. To keep their lives far away from the battlefields. Don't you agree? Thanks to us and our killing of enemies, the people we're supposed to protect don't have to know anything about the bloodiness of war. Unless you believe that, what's the point of people killing each other? Kime says nothing in reply. Without either affirming or negating the old general's words, he stares vaguely at the general's troops. What did you say your name was? Kime? I suppose you've killed more enemy soldiers than you can begin to count. There was no way I could count them all. I thought so. You have a flawless build, the kind that can only be tempered on the battlefield. Only a man who has survived one battle after another. Can carry himself the way you do with complete naturalness. How does a man like you find himself driving a horse cart over a mountain pass? Kime is ready to leave without answering as the old man asks him such a question. But the general inquires no further into Kime's background. Instead, there is a sense of relief in the smile he bestows on the sight of Kime resting his horses at the pass. I was 16 the first time I went into battle. After that, I just kept running from one fight to another until I made it all the way to general. At first, I remember the faces of the men I crossed swords with and killed. Even if you don't try to remember them, they get carved into your memory. I had terrible nightmares, and try as I might, I can never seem to wash off the stench of blood that splashed on my face and hands. That is a hallucination, of course, but it got so bad once that I spent a whole night in the river trying to wash myself off. The general paused a moment to think about his story, then went on. But after a while you get used to it. You get used to fighting and killing over and over again. Your body, and your mind, and your heart. You just get used to it. That's how people are, so I stopped having nightmares. I killed all the enemy soldiers I could lay my hands on, and I forgot every one of their faces. It's the same for you too now, Kime, isn't it? Pardon me. Maybe so. It's like a curse. If you don't get used to it, your heart breaks. On the other hand, if you do get used to it, your heart probably ends up breaking someplace deeper down. The general casts a fond glance towards his resting troops. Then, slowly shifting his gaze far down to the foot of the mountain, he says, So that's what it was like for me back then, when I returned to my birthplace in triumph. For the final event in the welcoming ceremonies, several children mounted the stage. And now, in honor of our hero, the children will present to the general a floral wreath, more marvelous than the greatest medal there ever was. The audience went wild again. When the children put the wreath on his neck, the general favoured them with a warm smile, the first honest smile from the heart that he had managed since climbing onto the stage. And finally, as a special treat for the general, who has been galloping from one battlefield to the next far from his native place, the children's chosen representative will read his own composition spelling out the joys of the peaceful life of the village. With a look of grim intensity, a small boy, barely old enough to go to school, unfolded his composition, and gripping it in two hands, began to read aloud from it, straining to make himself heard. First, I'm going to write about one of the nicest things that happened to me. At my house, we have a pasture of loads of cows and sheep. One cow had a baby 2 days ago. I helped my daddy by stroking the cow's back with a handful of straw while she was having the baby. That makes the cow warm up, so it's easier for her to give birth. The baby was born just before the sun came up. It was a tiny baby, but it could already stand on its own legs. A baby! Wow! I'm going to take care of this baby until it gets big. Dear little calf, hurry and grow up, okay? The general had tears in his eyes. Now I'm going to write about one of the saddest things that happened to me. That was when my grandma got sick and died. She was such a nice grandma. I know her sickness made her feel bad, but she was always smiling when I was around. She let me hold her hand when she died. I watched her face the whole time, because I knew I wouldn't be able to see her anymore, and I wanted to remember her, even after I grow up. She just kept smiling and smiling for me right to the very end. That's why she is always smiling when I think of her. Are you looking down on me from the sky, Grandma? I will never forget you as long as I live. Tears are streaming down the general's face. When the ceremony ended, the general left his village and headed for the town where army headquarters were located. There, he wrote a long letter to the king, and he gave his sword to his most trusted lieutenant. The general had decided to retire. This is as big a surprise to me as it was to anybody, but when I heard that little boy's essay, it occurred to me. What makes us really human is to celebrate each life that comes into the world and mourn each life that is lost. I didn't need medals anymore. I didn't need the honor of being allowed into the presence of His Majesty anymore. I wanted to be a real human being again. As a result, overnight, I went from being the village hero to being reveled as a traitor. The general turns to face Kime and asks, "So, are you going to mock me as a coward who ran away from the battlefield, or blame me for being a deserter who betrayed his own patriotism?" Kime turns a gentle smile on the old man. "Neither," he says. "As a soldier, you made the wrong decision, but as a human being, you made the right one." The general strokes his white beard and says, "My habit has changed too. Nowadays, I find myself stroking my beard when I'm embarrassed." The two men look at each other and smile. "Okay, back to work," says the general, standing with a grunt. He calls out to his troops. "Alright, men, it's all downhill from here. Let's give it one last push and get back to the village before sunset." The troops, under the general's command, consist of 30 sheep, not one of whom is likely to take a person's life. "Tell me, Kime, are you planning to go back into battle at some point?" "I don't really know," he replies. "I'm content with herding sheep for now," the general says. "I don't have the least regret for the decision I made that day. It would make me happy to think this could be a kind of lesson for you." With this passing remark, the general turns away from Kime and begins walking. The sheep amble along after him in newly reformed ranks. Standing at attention, the general raises his right arm and waves his troops on. "Forward! March!" The command he had once delivered to tens of thousands of men on the battlefield now echoes pleasantly along the mountains of his native village. The end. Discover treasure hunt information deep in memory. Ooh. Treasure beyond the waterfall. Hidden somewhere in Tuska village, a present for Kime from the children. behind the waterfall. Aha! There's the vibrations. Medusa's head obtained. What? Grants immunity to petrify. Seems logical enough. Alright, let's head in here. Old Man Bosso's house. Welcome back, Kime. Where have you been all this time? Ha! It's a Pipot! Why have we got a Pipot in your house? Who knows? There's a kitty cat. Hello, Pipot. Oh. Didn't have enough for the next one, which I think is 40. Alright, what do we got in this house? The Dino family house. Oh, of all the people, it's Kime! Hey everyone, we've got a visitor! I was gonna play with my brother, but he's not home. Probably out getting into trouble again. Doggo. Well, well, thanks for visiting. I know this place isn't so fancy, but I hope you like it all the same. Shush! Quiet down! What is he doing behind there? Ooh, it's a pot that doesn't have a Pipot. Oh, it's a seed. Flower bomb. Let's place flower bomb because flower from flower bomb just sounds like a bomb for flowers. Right. Imagine if this was a seed. 500 gold! Jesus! Kellalon is the guardian spirit of the village, but it had to be good, or else he won't protect me. Healing tank obtained. Is that like super health? High quality medicine that greatly restores HP of one party member. Yes. Let's head up here and find the last seed that I need. Imagine if it was. We got a chest. Another 500 gold. We got what looks like a railroad fence, but it's not allowing us to, so oh well. What have you got to say? This road leads out of the village, but you best avoid it. It's dangerous out there. Dude, it's me, Kime. I know dangerous. Pardon me. Old Sorceress's Mansion. So this is the aim of the old sorceress? It gives me the creeps. It's so strange. I can feel an intense magic energy. It's covering the entire mansion. That means the old sorceress is here, right? In any case, we've got to find that woman. I'm scared. Don't be such a scaredy cat, Mac. What's so scary? This is the house where Mum used to live with Kyle and everyone. I know, but something else is living here now. That's, well, yeah, but... Look, let's just be careful, okay? We don't have any idea what we'll find inside. Right. Ming does have level 3 white magic and black magic. So I think... if I can work out how to do it. I think we're gonna switch in Ming for now. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. Did you just see that? Where's our cow? Alright, nothing here. Got a chest here. This is where it's gonna get a bit creepy. Soul medicine. What does that do? Gold coloured medicine that restores HP and MP of one party member. Oh. Yeah, this is where it's going to get a little creepy. If I remember correctly. IIRC. Yep. Oh dear. What the hell was that? Right. We got a Save. Saw something flash over here. There we go. Poem fragment A. Thus all that lives does flow. Thus do they fade away.
What's that? They look like pieces of a poem.
The sorceress did this. She made a mess of everything. Let's get rid of her for good.
Alright, come on. Cool. Well, this is a garden, alright, but a circular thing on the ground, and that fountain. There's something fishy about all of it. I've had something supposed to go in the round holes. This thing's not going to budge. Those holes in the floor start to look mighty suspicious to me. Yo. Here we go.
What?
Ageless One, Soul Armor, and Tempter. Look at this. Let's go Wallflower. Aqua. Why not? Alright. Don't have the health anymore, do we? Aquara. Jesus.
The dark power of death. Come forth!
Just in case.
That was close.
Level ups across the board, except for Mac, obviously, because he's dead. Seth learned level 3 Black White Magic. Cool, cool. Alright, equip Seth with the light lens. Might as well have Ming do a Zephyr. Should be fine for now. Chest. Cure. Yep.
Okay, here goes!
Jesus. Unidentified life form. Oh no. She's immune to it anyways. Ah no. Jesus Christ. Alright.
Level heads win battles.
Whoa! Level ups across the board. Mingland level 3 spirit magic. Mingland crisis concentration. Huh. Better give that slot seed to her, actually. The two of them. There we go. Right, can give her level 3 spirit magic and crisis concentration from now. We can give Seth level 3 black-white magic. She's learning anti-blind right now. Kime. He's fine as he is. There we go. Bow plate. Let's go in further. We went into the mirror. Saw something flash behind Kirk. Yep. Fragment B. Warmth brings no solace. I can't read any more of this. It's all falling apart. Everything's falling apart! I guess we gotta go. It's a bit dirty, but it's just a regular mirror, isn't it? But I swear something went in there just now. It seems like something is broken off from the frame right here. I think I remember a jewel of some kind fitted in here as decoration. Yeah. No. What? Somehow we've made it back to the lobby. Back, damn it. Flat. All aqua. not take magic damage? It looks like it can only take hits or spirit magic. Alright then. Why does it sound like it's sipping on an empty glass?
What a waste of time.
Level up for Ming. I do like how I can still use Cook as a background healer. Well, that didn't look good.
I'm always ready.
Oh, Jesus. Should get some more. God damn it. Cool. Oh, there's the snow, I think.
You see what I did?
That's either snow or rain. According to the weather, it's snow. I think it's snow. Might be. Oh, not another one.
Better say your prayers.
Jesus. Yeah, that's snow. that for me. Climb, learn, down to grind. Cool. Ooh. What's this? Some kind of gem? Hey, wouldn't that be part of that weird mirror? Large mirror jewel obtained. Considering the name of it. Oh, come on.
You better say your prayers.
Well, that was fun. Shadow should finish the other one off. Yep. Cool. Wow, that snow's getting a bit thick.
I wish I was stronger.
AF.
I'm always ready.
Double Zephyr. And this should finish him off again. Oh, one of them. Screw it. Go.
Well, what did you expect?
Jensen and Kine level up. Seth learned anti-blind. Jensen learned Jansen learned level 4 black magic. Ooh. What have you got for us? Flower and Winder. Ooh. Very nice indeed. Right, you're not learning anything at the moment. You can learn that. Looks like that gem was part of this mirror. Let's try putting it back. Don't know how you reached, but okay. Place large mirror jewel. Ah, up there. What's that light? This mirror looks kind of different from before somehow. You're right. I feel magic power behind the mirror, as if there's another world inside of it. The other side of the mirror. Hey, should we try going in? Sounds exciting. Oh. Well, this is nice and unexpected. It looks like the same room as before, but it almost seems like someone's living here until just a moment ago. It's as if the clock's been turned back for this room alone. I wonder if this is some kind of past world, created within the mind of the sorceress. Which means that we stumbled into it when we went through the mirror. What is it? A mirror! The light from the mirror is gone. Yeah! Are you serious? So that means we can't go back? Now what are we gonna do? Calm down, you guys, especially you, Jansen. Sorceress shows up at the village every once in a while, doesn't she? So there must be some way back to the regular world. Surely we can find it somewhere in this mansion. The past within the mirror. Head this way. Oh. God damn it.
Oh yeah! Let's get it on!
Pardon me. Alright, no thingies, thank God. Pardon me. Can we have damage up from 0? Jesus. No, I don't want the TV to automatically turn off, thank you very much. Please don't attack Mac.
Dog power
Come
of
forth! Oh, one's dead.
Oh, it appears I've still got a lot to learn.
Level ups across the board now. Level 25. Mac learned level 4 spirit magic. Huh? Is this supposed to be a clock? It just has strange symbols over it, and no numbers at all. I think we can move the clock hand. What do you want to point at the hand to? There's a chest there. Grounder bomb. Oh, let's move to pot. Oh wow. Whoa. Whoa. Red copper band. Look, the door. Weird, there must have been some kind of mechanism. Chest. Soul medicine. Oh. Pretty sure I saw something flash. Could have sworn, maybe not. No, I guess not. Ooh. That's a chest that can't be opened from the looks of things. Ooh. That snow's getting heavier. Wheat plate. Yeah. Can't open that one either. Sure there's nothing else. No. Alright.
now or never.
Oh yeah. It really is falling quickly. Just knock the mic, why not? Sorry. Alright. They don't take physical damage, do they? Forgot about that.
Okay.
Hello, drowsy fish. I do have Black Ops 3 actually. It's on the shelf. I don't have it installed though. But I do have it. Available to me at any time. In fact, I think I've done videos on it before. If I'm not mistaken. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. 7 months ago, some Black Ops 3 zombies. So I've definitely done videos on them. Quite a while back, I can see.
Okay.
Jesus, that's nice.
Okay. Stop.
Okay.
Cool.
Phew. That was a
Level up.
close one.
Nope. Nout. Heal. Zephyr. There we go. There it is again. It went into the mirror. Maybe it's trying to guide us somewhere. Can't open these doors in this world. And fully go through. Okay. Another corridor? Sheesh. Here's me getting all worked up over nothing. We've probably gone to the other side. The windows and doors are on the opposite side from before. It's all been well maintained. The mansion could be very old in this world. Doors can't be opened. We got a couple of pots. Mana capsule. Winder bomb. Look, it's a mirror. Some kind of strange light is coming out from the top. So this mirror has been the way back to the regular world all this time, and it's sitting right at the opposite end of that first mirror? Where's this gonna take us, though? Locked from the inside. We never used to lock this. There. So that's that side. So if we go back through. Oh, it's a chest there. 4 black belt powders. Where are we in terms of ring assembly? Magic ring. Inflicts significant damage on magical enemies. That's useful. Daydream ring. Slightly increases magic delay effect. Absorbs a small amount of enemy HP. Magic ring ultra. Replica staff. That's what we need for it. Right now, that could be useful for Mac. If we head back out, no. Oh, for God's sake.
Let's take him now.
Nice. Damn it. They just can't take any physical damage at all from lots of things. Whoa! Go. Oh God. Alright,
Dog power.
come forth! You done for? Bye bye. Cool, cool.
Have I become
Damn, so
stronger?
close to level ups. Alright. Heal. Mana capsule, mana capsule, mana capsule, mana capsule. Heal, heal. Cool, cool. Right, yeah, we wanna remove that one. Put it there. Forgot to grab the last one. Look at that. The statue's somehow moved. Oh, and there's the celestial plate. Please. Okay. Alright. Right, that's not what I wanted to do. Jesus, this is finicky. Still not open. Hey, doesn't this floor match with a big clock? It's on the second floor? No other way the clock is pointing is something to do with it. Why is this so finicky? I've worked it out.
Not too smart, eh?
Nice.
I am the greatest.
Like I said, I'd finish at like 1:30 during that Fortnite stream. It's now 2:05. Can learn level 4 black magic. Cool, cool. do believe I've worked it out. So this one needs to be that one. This one needs to be that one. God damn it!
Let your guard down,
I
eh?
appreciate the extra experience points, but still. Might finish him. Really? 5? I would really appreciate it. Mini-game first. But oh well.
That wasn't very fun.
3 level ups. 1100 HP now for Seth. Max getting there. Cool. You. As well. Right. And that one, we'll put the celestial planes. There we go. I did it. Oh. D. I will be back. This is kind of hard to read. I feel like I've heard this one before. I wonder why. I blame Arnold. Alright, then we go. Old Sorceress's Hermitage. I struggled with that one more than anything. I am one in search of solitude. Why have you invaded my hermitage? If you have nothing to ask, then you should leave immediately. Though you may see my door with your eyes, my quest for solitude ensures it will remain untouched. However, if you still insist on meeting me, you will find the key at your feet. Follow the symbols of light and proceed with order. What the heck? I don't get a single word of that. Where's the old sorceress, anyway? Beyond that door, I think. But this stone tablet says we're not allowed to touch it. It says the key is at our feet. Come to think of it, doesn't the sign on the floor resemble a giant clock? Maybe the two are related. Yes, and there's a similar pattern on the floor in the other room as well. Let's try looking into this. By hook or by crook, we've got to see the old sorceress. It's lighting up. This light's got something to do with it, I'm sure of it. Yes, I feel faint magical vibrations in the air too. Oh. Let's just go forward.
Just a moment. The magic energy is strongest here, on the other side of this door. She's here.
I feel it too. Come on.
Change things up a bit.
I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, son.
What?
So sad.
What the?
Magic energy.
She's freaking.
It's overflowing. What kind of magic energy is this?
You mean you don't know? Oh, here it comes!
What's she doing?
She's attacking herself.
So sad. So sad. Let me rest.
Why is she
me.
doing this?
She's crazy, that's why. Hey, if she wants to rest, let her.
No. She'll die if she continues. If she dies, who will break the seal of the Black Cave?
Oh, right, yeah, good point.
Stop her!
Oh, me? How about Seth?
You heard me!
No, I didn't.
Alright.
That's all I have.
Shadow Earth. One down. Shadow again. Shadow. And then casting support from Zack.
Okay.
Pardon me. Whoa. Hopefully it should be the one. Just got a shadow this time. One down.
Sarah! What? This is Sarah?
This is our grandma? Our grandma?
Sarah. She's mad at you, boy. Sarah! Sarah, it's me, Kime! Don't you remember?
I couldn't save her. I did.
Sarah!
It's not working. Gongora's trapped her the same way he did me. She's punishing herself because she's convinced she killed Lirum.
She's put up a strong barrier around herself. We need to do much more to save her.
What do I do? How do I save her?
That's all I have.
Oh, she's getting ugly. Oh, good. Sarah, no!
Honey, sleep.
Grandma! No! Listen, Grandma! You ready? Waves coming just like the morning comes. Things come and go, but soon they'll disappear into the dusk. We all collide together and we fall apart. Then it all goes away. But there will come a day that our light will shine. From the darkness and sorrow that we knew, there will be a light that reaches us inside. To a new world full of love that sees us through. I know it, I feel it, you're heading straight home back to me now. I know it, I feel it, you're heading straight home back to me now.
Sarah! Sarah, it's me, Kime. Wake up.
Kime.
Yes, it's me.
I think she's going to be all right now. I don't sense any pain or fear in her magic energy.
That's good, right? She's back to herself again.
Loved you once. And I still love you.
You remember?
No. My memories are gone. But you... I know you're my husband. I know what we left behind in this house. The journal I kept. I know you are Kime. The only man I've ever loved. I've been waiting for you.
That wasn't in Gongora's plans.
What was it?
Record keeping. Even though Gongora erased her memory, Sarah was driven back here by the longing in her heart and returned to her home. home spirit called to her.
I could live here.
The journals she left behind provided a record of her 1,000 years of living.
Nice.
Welcome home, Kaim.
I remember you. I remember how much I loved you.
Part of me knew that I loved someone with all of my heart, even though I had no memory of just who it was. That and the feeling that I'd lost someone precious to me.
That would be Liram.
Liram. Our daughter.
Liram is no longer with us.
She was our mother. Our mother was always singing us that lullaby. And so, we sang it for you, Grandma. I'm Cook. I'm Mac.
Nice to meet you. Cook? Mac? My journal kept me living in the past. Now my life is full once again. Because our daughter has given us these beautiful grandchildren. Everything that happens from now on will make new memories to live in my heart. Don't you think that's wonderful?
Uh-huh.
Being surrounded by these mementos is what helped me wait for you.
Nice picture. Click. Oh yeah. What a woman. Mm-mm. Fine, fine.
Nothing yet now? Look up. So we now have Sarah. Let's do that for the moment. So we can take a look at her. Okay. She's level 4 white magic. She's got a healer. Cure Petrify. Erase. Removes negative magic effect from one party member. And removes a strengthening magic effect from one enemy. Level 4 black magic as well. Flower, Aquara, Winder, and Grounder. Jesus, that's low. All Grounder. 40 NP. Jesus, right. That's where I'm going to leave it for today. A lot of stuff happening. So we appear to have kidnapped Ming, the provocatively dressed queen of Numara, and we've also finally found Sarah. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I may be on tomorrow. It might be highly unlikely.